Next on the public comment is Queen Question.
Good evening, board members, and everyone on the video. So I want to get it.
You gotta get a little
All
closer.
right, feedback. I don't want to get too close till I'm not wrong. I see people up here with no mask and food. Okay. Okay, please. So now, I'm pleased to be here this evening to actually present to you this set of signatures. There are 3,000 plus signatures here in opposition to this request tonight for a sand mine on Daufuskie Island. I sat here and listened to the presentation. I finally had an opportunity to see the map as it got turned around. And one of the major discrepancies that I see is that on that map, and what was stated at the mic, was that the cultural resources, there are no cultural resources of significance that would be impacted. The easiest word for me to say right now is that I'm offended. Because as chiefess and head of state of the Gullah Geechee Nation, the entire island is the Gullah Geechee Sea Island. So the federal government has recognized this as culturally significant. I have no idea who now works at the SHUCO office that could say that doing anything to disturb the earth itself of Daufuskie Island would not have an impact culturally. It has had that impact. That's why I was contacted from the Gullah Geechees and others who now live on Daufuskie to say, would you go to the meeting? I said, I'm already going to that meeting. What gwine on the furniture? They said because they want to dig again. And now they're saying, dig out 3.9 acres. That is a major concern to us. It's a major concern to me individually because I don't know if all of you saw this article I saw yesterday, but Beaufort County ranks #1 in the U.S. for climate change risk. And so to now try to say that the system that will operate in the event of a hurricane is based on 100-year flooding, we know scientifically that 100-year measurements no longer are worthwhile due to climate change. We are already in a county that sea level rise is having massive impacts to, that are causing enough issues with water overflowing in places. So much less to have water overflow in the center or near other people's homes on the coast. And not really to us, it's just down the road for you to get to the barrier area, which is sacred ground. Hollow out. That's the only place we want folks living on the coast. And so the people took the time in 1 week. This petition went from 150 people to over 3,000 people because people value the coast. And so when you sit as a board and you deliberate about cultural resources and the value to the community, you have to know that our culture, our lives are more valuable than the sand that can ever be dug out. But if you dig the center of the Daufuskie, you are digging out the heart of the whole Gullah Geechee community. And so I don't know what's going on with this remapping, but as soon as I Googled it on my phone after the gentleman presented, the first thing I saw was Daufuskie Island in the National Register of Historic Places. And I feel that needed to be registered in the record tonight. So, Mr. Chairman, I want to present to you these on behalf of the folks that want you to let Daufuskie remain like it is, let the sand stay where God put it, and not let it get dug up out of the roots.
What is that area you said that he was alluding to, an area that could be dug over there?
What I was saying was where he's digging, he was saying there's a discrepancy in terms of where the community said the burial area is, how far away it is from the site versus what the gentleman just stated, how far it is from that site. So I'm saying that is one place of historic relevance that's not far from it. But I'm saying that when you look on the National Register of Historic Places, all of Daufuskie is historic. It's not because we are part of the Gullah Geechee Cultural Heritage Corridor, which is established by U.S. Congress, was signed into law 2006 by then President George Bush. So this entire county is within that. But Daufuskie itself has Gullah Geechee culture throughout that island, even if the people have moved off to other places or come back and forth. So you can't just say there's no cultural significance there. I think that that is inaccurate to state that. And I think that anybody at the Sheriff's office that wrote that, they need to go back and do some further investigation. And so if we're basing this on someone saying, well, since there ain't no significance there, we can dig there, that's unacceptable. And then we're not that far away from the burial area, which really is a major issue. We've had to fight from people building over that before. So now you have this near people's homes where this can be an open pit that's going to be left there. 3 years you start digging, but how many years will an island last when we have sea level rise already happening if we also have all this continuous digging? So I think that you all need to really seriously weigh that and weigh the value of our culture and the value that culture has not only to those who have been there, but the other ones who come in. But see who we are. So how do we continue to have the value of what is valuable to even the tourists if we start digging it out? The land has more value like it is than it will in the 3 years after it's cut out. And I just think that we really need to take a serious look at the words that are being used in terms of trying to push this project forward.
Any questions?
I'm not used to public comment being valued questions, but I'll go ahead and read. And I can probably like this or the other way. I can't speak your language. There's no problem. Go ahead. You good? Yes, sir.
I have one question. The gentleman before you mentioned moving it somewhere else on the island. Is there anywhere on there that you would suggest that would be okay?
Well, I don't know your name, sir.
Casey.
Was
Casey.
Casey? Okay. Casey showed me a map that has already places that have been dug out. Why can't this project be where digging already was? Why did get another place? I thought I heard, but I know I had slack back. I thought Casey said 40. 40, did you say man-made? It sounded like you said 40.
There's 40, give or take 40 man-made ponds on the Daufuskie.
That's what I thought.
9 or 10 within the historic district.
Okay, so there's already 40 man-made ponds, he said. Why do you need 41? What's the purpose of it? So you were asking me, I don't even see why you need another one, but if you want to do it, why would you do it in already an existing area for that, something of that nature, instead of this area that's going to now hamper the quality of life of people that live there, and then the people who return back and forth, and maybe go to Geechees who still have their homes there, that they're not there every day, but that's because of the fact that there's no bridge, right? So many of them go and they work in places during the week, and they come there on the weekend. And so why would they have to deal with, oh, now I got to navigate around another that's in a significant location? So that's what I'm saying. If you're to your question, I would say if you make that 40, you got 40 options. Why make a 41st home?
I have a question.
Yes.
If that's the case, then are you saying that there's other 40 sites that are less significant than where he wants?
Absolutely not. I'm not. But I'm answering her question. She was saying, is there any place else? My thing is, if this is true, that his number is accurate, I'm a mathematician by degree, so I don't have the data to prove what he's saying. But if there are 40 already in existence, what is the purpose of the 41st home? Why are we doing it at all? That's really my statement. But just to answer her question, that if you were going to do it anyway, regardless of what me and everybody else in here says, why would you allow a new one if you already have old places? This is similar to the situation with continuing to have other gated areas come in and they go bankrupt, and they're not requiring somebody to do adaptive reuse of that bankrupt place, which but you let somebody build a whole new place and someplace is empty. Why not move the place that's empty instead of build something new? So why bring more environmental impact that's negative? We're not going to reverse that all. And now we also have sea level rise compounding hurricanes in a hurricane zone, and then the various other things that are happening with islands naturally. So why would you dig yet another hole there at all, is where I'm saying. But I just want to respond to her question, because she asked me. Going down the line? No? Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Ms. Leslie Leno.
Mr. Chairman, members of the board, my name is Leslie Lenhart. I am with the South Carolina Environmental Law Project. I'm an attorney with them, and I am providing comments to you in opposition to this line on behalf of the Coastal Conservation League. I'm going to just outline a few of the technical problems that we see with this application. First of all, both the staff review form and the site development plan state that dewatering is to be conducted on the site. But DHEC has not issued any permit for dewatering on the site. The only DHEC permit they've got is a mine permit and a stormwater permit. We believe that they have not gotten the correct DHEC permit. And as you all are very well aware, the applicant, in order to receive a special use permit, must receive all appropriate DHEC permits. Furthermore, on their stormwater plans, the discharge, the receiving water body that is listed is Ramshorn Creek. Ramshorn Creek is a classified water classified as eligible for shellfish harvesting. And a nearby portion of the Cooper River, which is adjacent to, runs into, connected to Ramshorn, is an outstanding resource of water. And DHEC has not been able to evaluate the impact of this discharge or any discharges on these classified water bodies.
But has DHEC issued all the permits that are necessary for operation of the mine?
But we believe that they have not. We
Did
believe
you appeal that those permit? You do
the
it,
league did not appeal the
but it seems that was left barn.
Well, we have reached out to DHEC, and they, the staff, was actually did not give us an answer as to why they got the permit they got and not another one. We're taking the position that they did not get the correct permit, and therefore it's not appropriate for them to issue the special use permit until that conflict is resolved. Further, the special use permit standards that you must consider require that the applicants demonstrate that the proposal is compatible with the character of this area. They have not demonstrated that. We believe it is entirely incompatible. As we mentioned, this is a very important cultural site. There are plenty and many citizens who live on the West who are extremely upset about this project, and I'm sure you'll hear from them. But this would be the only sand mine on the West Island. There's never been another permanent sand mine, and it's completely incompatible. Also, the application or the special use permit requires an engineering report for a disturbance greater than 10,000 square feet, and we don't believe that was included. And with regard to the Historic Preservation Board, we certainly concur with Mr. Greenway's suggestion that this be reviewed. I believe it's essential that the project be reviewed by the Historic Preservation Board, but we would recommend that you send this back to the Preservation Board prior to making a decision on this, so that it's not not just a road cursory symbolic review. It truly is a national, it's on the entire island is on the National Register of Historic Places, and it's essential that the board, the Preservation Board, take a very hard look at this. Thank you.
Is there a requirement in the code that this be reviewed by the Historic Preservation Board?
The Historic Preservation Board must review any impacts to historic sites, and the entire island of Daufuskie is a historic site on the national register.
Mr. Greenway said,
It's not our position. It is not our position, but we are recommending it due to the uniqueness of this situation. Particularly, the Historic Review Board gets involved in alterations, repairs, reconstruction, restoration projects of vertical structures. This is not having vertical construction with it. So we did an archaeological review at the south level, did an archaeological report, and determined that the mine would not interfere with any archaeological sites as indicated by the state office of Heritage and Archives. So we feel confident that that's the case. And even if there was some impact, the Historic Review Board's position and role in the matter would be to recommend options or make recommendations for mitigating those impacts, not to issue an outright denial or approval. If that makes sense.
if I recall, Mr. Carlos said that the State Historic Preservation officers reviewed this application and signed off.
And it may have, but given the input here that we received from the public, or maybe that recommendation to you all, that you at least give our local board an opportunity to look at it and to hear comments about what the concerns are, so that they can adequately address and make further recommendations based on our local knowledge and information that they have at the time.
Mr. Greenway, I have a question for you. Which is new information to me. I didn't know there was 40 tons already over there. Is any of those ponds county ponds? Are you aware of it? It's all private.
I would not have that knowledge, and I would be careful, that is a statement that's being made, but I don't know that may be accurate as to 40 ponds on there, or how they got constructed out of whatever, under what authority they were constructed. I doubt it would be 40 mining permits that we issued over there. Some of these things could have been built over time, could have been built without us knowing about them. Anything's possible. In this particular case, I will tell you that the applicant is going through the process that's required to have you all make a determination that the use of appropriate for the location, and that should you be here this evening to make that determination.
Just very quickly in response, Mr. Greenway has mentioned what typically is reviewed by the Historic Preservation Board, but if you will direct your attention to the plain language of the code, it says impacts to areas listed on the National Register shall be reviewed by the Preservation Board. So I think it's very, very important, and historically what's been reviewed on this determined. Thank you.
I have a question for you. Now, you said, was it DHEC that told you that it was not enough?
They did not tell us affirmatively that it was not the right permit. They have said that they would have to look into it because they were confused as to why they got this permit and not the other.
Mr. Chairman, I don't want to mislead anyone. The language in the code that talks about the Historic Review Board says Department of Interior guidelines, all of those guidelines relate to how to deal with vertical historic structures, not someone digging a mine. Again, there are certain cases where you have to get, if you're using federal money for a project, things like that, you have to go with a significant level of review. You're going to be excavating a site and things like that. But we at the staff do not feel that's required in our CDC for this work. Again, we do feel that the situation here is unique enough and the conditions associated with Daufuskie Island are significant enough in the historic nature of the island that we would recommend that we close that application. I don't know if the historic review board would be able to make any recommendations about this, but it would not hurt if you're inclined to approve this for us to hold a meeting with them and seek their recommendation before we issue the contract. We're willing to do that.
That's it. There's public comments over here in Beaufort. Do we have any public comment over in the Daufuskie?
I'm texting with someone on the Daufuskie Island because they're on delay. So they're getting ready. You're going to hear from three individuals from that area. First, Sally and Robinson, and then Freddie Grant Jr., and then Richard Stevens. And that will be all the speakers from the Daufuskie Island.
Sally and Robinson and Freddie.
Sally and Robinson, Freddie Grant Jr., and Richard Stevens.
Good afternoon, and thank you for having me. My name is Sally Ann Robinson, sixth generation born native on Daufuskie, and I own a tour company here. I have seen many changes
house. And I hope that you hear me.
Yes.
I like 5 kilometers from this house. And like Mr. Wilson was saying, the argument talking about the lady who talking about Alabama Steel Dig, that's my heart. And yes, when they put a dig in it, that's behind her house and my house. And I disapprove of this stuff. And matter of fact, I got a lot of ancestors that live in a very good cemetery back there. My father's back there, my granddad's back there. Look at the thing, they're disturbing them. You know, and I disapprove. And I just hope and pray that y'all disagree with this. And I just want to let it go somewhere else. You know, and that's all I want to say. This, I disapprove of it, and this ain't right. And another thing, I want to say this also. If you can lay concrete on the margin of the Dufuskie, you can lay dirt too. And concrete is way more expensive than dirt. Thank you, gentlemen, for hearing me out. Very good. Get out.
That's all I'm
At this time, we're going to close our public comment.
I'd like to make a couple of comments. First of all, I do have some concerns. I realize that you'll have to come to work to check for environmental impacts and water tables, long-term ecological environmental impacts. However, it's still, I still have some doubts about that. I have some concerns. I respect that. I also respect Mr. Scott that you have some intention to reduce the amount of time that you would be doing marching, and that you intend to donate park and build a park and donate somebody to some public charities. I do respect that. But I'm concerned about, as I said, the environmental impact. You're cutting down essentially 4 acres of trees right in the middle of that area. And I don't know if any of you have been to Daufuskie Island. I have, and I've met the people. It is a special place. And it's a unique island, both historically, culturally, socially. Some of the comments made by some of the folks here tonight are very accurate. It's a very unique place. You have a mix of people from all income levels. They all go to the same church. There's one church on the island. So I say that to say this, that it is a unique place, and I don't think it should be treated as any other location in our county. My primary concern is that I don't believe that a mine is compatible with the area that this is surrounded by a neighborhood. Whether all of those lots are filled or not, it appears to me that it's not compatible with the residential area. That's my guess.
Okay. Anyone else? Well, I'd just like to say that I sympathize with the residents over on Daufuskie Island. And it's never in my dreams of having a pond within my family. You know, we had a decision of pond recommended over here on St. Helena Island, which kind of butt up to a lot of property owners, which, mainly in their backyard. And I wasn't too keen with that either. I sympathize with the heritage, the Gullah culture over there, the historic that they have over there. I sympathize with that. So, we really need to put a motion on the floor, continue this, but to have a pond right back like that, and I kind of put myself in their shoes. Do I want that? So, with that being said, thank you, just go ahead and open up the motion on the floor so that we can continue to have a conversation on this and come to a conclusion. So, motion on the floor to accept all the guys.
I will move to get the decline request of the Daufuskie Group LLC to build perform mining operations in this area. I'm not sure if that's the proper verbiage for the motion. That's what I would do.
Your motion is,
My motion is to decline the request of the applicant.
to deny.
Motion has been made.
I'll second that.
Motion has been made, properly made and seconded. So knowing that the motion on the floor now is to deny the Daufuskie, that's it, the Daufuskie Park. Especially if it's for the money.
Let's hear it again. The matters before us are a recommendation for approval of the town staff. And it seems to me that the 100-foot perimeter buffer goes a long way towards ameliorating any sort of adverse effects. And I appreciate Mr. Scott's offer to limit the hours of operation on the days per week. I'm trying to put that together to be as compatible as we can. And so, that sort of thing is a judgment call. That's why we're up here making tough decisions.
Mr. Chairman, I had a motion, I don't know list the reasons why you deny it. It's just saying that deny it might be.
My reason for denying is that recommending denial is that I believe it's not compatible with the residential area.
Mr. Chairman, I have 60, it appears to be committed to the original motion, you might want to understand. It appears that the voter was amended to the original motion, but I think the reason might be that we have another set of that amended motion.
I'll go ahead and second it.
Motion is properly made and seconded. All in favor of denying the Daufuskie pond, you signify by raising your hand. All in favor of not denying the pond. So that's 5 to 1. The Daufuskie denied Yes, sir. Thank you. Recess for 10 minutes.
Well, honey children, this should the queen quit head from the body of the Gullah Geechee Nation. You talk about ready for sing with my boy Ice Cube. Today was a good day. You know I ain't trying for say, cause we just beat them joker. Yes, they done make sure it deny the destruction at Beaufort. Great God, thank you to God. Thank you to all the 100 children with the sign and petition and thing like that. We had to go and drop the hard box on the table and thing like that. They had to do lifting weights for all the 30,336 that we going on and dropping in. We know plenty of 100 children still been assigned a petition for stop the destruction. Well, we done. So y'all can beat the drum, 100 children can shout and all this year. We can let y'all know what coming next. And we win for the Daufuskie too. Ain't going to be no sand mine in there. You know who we be. We be Gullah Geechee anointed people. And if God be for you, who can be against you? Peace and blessing, everybody. Thank you, y'all.